So my first year in the NHL, I was gifted a nameplate. I read "The future is female." That was 5 years ago. I think it's time we start changing the narrative. I think you guys heard all these talks today. We're here. The present is female. Let me tell you a little bit about my present. So I'm currently the Executive Director of Hockey Management and Operations for the New Jersey Devils. What does that mean? Very long title. I am the right-hand executive to the general manager, and depending on the time of year, could be working on a multitude of projects. Could be the draft, could be trades, free agency, team services, culture setting, constantly in and out of the locker room working with injuries, player transactions. So I touch a little bit of everything. This was me on my draft last year, 2021, putting in the first round pick to the league. The draft normally lasts about 4 hours each day. Second day was 8 hours long. So I actually joke I was probably calling Domino's because I was starving. And apparently, I'm on the phone a lot. I also previously before this worked in amateur and pro scouting operations and even did a stint as part of the video coaching in the locker room with coaches during games doing the replay. With any journey, this is where I am now. But how did I get here? There's a start, right? There's a path. My journey started when I was 6 years old. This is my sister and I watching the Beanpot, as we have done every year, wearing my dad's jerseys, rooting for Northeastern. I think you can see in this photo the awe and passion I have from such a young age. Fast forward to when I was 16, continued with my passion. So in 2008, my mother was diagnosed with breast cancer. And I'm proud to say she's sitting in the back praying I don't faint up here. But my dad was a scout for the Pittsburgh Penguins. So through staying home with my mom with surgeries and things of that nature, I threw myself into the game. Every night, weekends, we would watch every single Pittsburgh Penguins games. I knew every player and every stat, and was a bit obsessive on this team. But this is where I really started to love the game. So, like most 16-year-olds, I decided I wanted to be a general manager in the National Hockey League. For me, why I decided this was I realized that sports at a young age provided me opportunity. Sports are entertainment, right? But they provide hope. They provide an outlet. And what the Pittsburgh Penguins gave to me that they didn't even realize, I wanted to give to someone else. I wanted to help people through things when others may not know about that. I think when I told people at 16 I wanted to be a general manager in the National Hockey League, they thought, really? Probably have a better chance becoming an astronaut or the president of the United States than a female general manager in the National Hockey League. But my sights were set, and I'm pretty stubborn Morvan, so we started from there. So at 16 years old, I decided I wanted to be a general manager. I didn't take action until I was 26, and that's a long time to wait. I quit on my job before I even started. And a lot of that was due to the lack of visibility of women in roles in any sports leagues at that point in 2008. So I kind of just went through the motions, went to college, picked a safe major in accounting, right? There's always an accountant somewhere. And I sat back on my heels until 2017. My family really pushed me. And they said, you need to do this now or never. So I got an entry-level job with the New Jersey Devils. The rest is history. Here I am today. Thank you. Most people want new responsibilities, right? The new title, the new responsibilities, the new salary, right? You want to climb that corporate ladder quickly. For me, I did. But it came with some struggles, in all honesty. And it was some things that I had to get over. I know some days, even today, I still have imposter syndrome where I don't feel like I belong. I don't feel like I'm qualified. And I think that stems from being so different than my counterparts. Most men in leadership roles in sports are indeed men, and they played the game. So I'm a female, under 30, never played hockey. So when I look around, I'm like, how do I fit in? Can I do this? And I started discrediting myself very early. This photo here is of our golf outing this year. And I don't golf, but I did a great job using a little cart. And this photo makes up all players on our team, coaches, and management. As you can see, I'm the one right in front. Being 5'2", it's nice I'm always in the front row. For me, I give the Devils a lot of credit because they made me the one in this photo. Not to check the box, I want to be very clear, because they found value in what I did. and they found value in my different experiences. Sports leagues in general, now more than ever, are given a chance where women are creating different roles. There's women in hockey now that are scouts, broadcasters, hockey finance, administration, player development, so many roles. So hockey believes in women and the Devils believe in me. Why can't I believe in myself? What am I missing? So before triumph, there's always tribulations, right? There's always challenges. I had 3 things I had to get over. And it's very easy in theory. In practice, it was hard for me. I had to gain confidence, I needed to find my voice, and I had to get over the preconceived notion that I needed to have played hockey to be qualified. So first, confidence. To be a woman in a male-dominated industry, you need confidence, point blank. This was hard for me. This wasn't intrinsic, I'm not gonna lie. Confidence for me was built on others believing in me, male allies believing in me, giving me opportunities outside of my normal job description so I could grow. The more I saw things, the more knowledge I gained, the less nervous I got, the more confidence I got. For me, confidence came through comfortability. I also stopped being the no worries woman. Now, when I say that, that's not like the Hakuna Matata, it means no worries. That for me was when I would ask for something, I always gave an out. It would go, hey Tom, wondering if I could sit in that meeting, but no worries if not, I know the room's really tight, but I really think I could provide value and it would help me with my project, but again, don't want to push. And I had no idea I was doing this. My boss pulled me aside at the time, and he said, why are you giving me the option? Why don't you just ask for what you want? When you start putting doubt in my head and give me the option of saying no, it's easy. It's easy for me to say no. Just point blank, hey, can I do this? And I think a lot of women do this. We're scared to ask for what we want, and we just need to do it. I also had to find my voice. For me, this was very hard, and even to this day, very hard. My first year on the road, so my 3rd year in the New Jersey Devils, I was approaching the bus after a game. We will say it was a win. We won that night. And how it's set up is players and executives are on one bus, media is on the second bus. So I'm approaching the bus, about to step on, and the bus driver says, ma'am, which I think I was 27 at the time, definitely wasn't a ma'am, and he said, media's on the second bus. I said, okay, and I actually got on the wrong bus. I think that shows just how little of a voice I had. If I can't tell the bus driver I belong, how can I tell myself or anyone else I belong? Through gaining confidence and finding my voice, I realized all these little things were happening where, hey, you can't go in the locker room, I'd show my credential, then I'd be allowed in. Through these little instances, I realized if I don't advocate for myself, who's gonna advocate for me? People just don't think I belong. I need to tell them I do. I stopped using my experiences as negatives and started using them as positives. So I have a very different background. I have a master's in accounting. I was a Division I hurdler. I'm a female, so I'm a sister, I'm a friend, fluent in French. All these experiences are different than the men that are at the Devils executive table. Once I started using those experiences as positives, it really allowed me to make decisions better, day to day, implement procedures and processes. And this is where I think I've gained value and credibility in the New Jersey Devils is I come with different ideas. So I started using my experiences as ammunition. The third thing I had to get over was that I didn't play the game. Now, sunk cost. Never gonna play the game. Probably not gonna happen. So I gained confidence and I gained my voice, but I didn't play. Well, this isn't a requirement anymore. Look at Greg Popovich, Kim Ng, amazing coaches, managers, never played professionally. I started realizing that the boxes to check to be in management or a coach are different than they were before. I don't need to have played 10 years in the National Hockey League. There's other boxes that I do check. Am I passionate? Can I communicate? Am I organized? Am I a self-starter? Am I a leader? Do I have a vision and a strategy? Can I put people in the right places for the culture that I want at the New Jersey Devils? Started seeing, yes, I can do this. Yes, I can do this. That's way more important than the 0 NHL games I've never played. Women now than ever are looked at differently, given a chance they have earned and deserved. And it took me a while to get into sports due to the lack of visibility of females in any roles in the executives in sports, hockey, basketball, football back in 2008. My hope is that the next generation sees women in these roles, that the glass would have been shattered by the time it's ready for them. And believe me, I know the generation before me said this as well. But I can just be hopeful that the work that's been done in the last 2 to 3 years, the momentum continues. The more we see it, the more we can be it. And that's what I hope, that teams just provide opportunities. It can be scary starting a new industry, being different than your coworkers, or starting a path from scratch as I had to do. But when you let go of fear, you see what you're truly capable of doing. And I started asking for what I want. My long-term goal is to be a general manager in the National Hockey League. But I also want to have an impact on the changing landscape in the NHL. I know I'm on the right path for me. Everyone's path is different. A changing point in my journey was finding confidence in my voice to allow me to be my authentic self and unlock endless possibilities. So I just challenge everyone, don't be afraid to break the mold. Don't quit your dream job before you even start. Thank you.